I'm Norma Mabel Santoferrara, and I'm going to talk about the book In New York by Nicolas Amor that was published in 1977. It was a book of short stories, and I'm going to deal with one of them, the English lesson. It is about the tremendous difficulties that Puerto Ricans moving to New York had. This story shows one of the issues they faced, not to be able to speak in English. They could only speak Spanish, and the state of New York undertook adult education, and they were offered basic English in the mentioned class. Nicolas Amor describes the Puerto Ricans' experience as they struggle to adjust to their new cultural and social situation. They had to develop a new identity, which was tied to North American ways. This is the clash of cultures. They live in the Bronx, where there was great solidarity and a great sense of community. Puerto Ricans arriving in the USA were in bad economic condition, as explained by one of the characters, Diego Torres. Back in their country, the United States controlled most of the industry, which was sugar and turismo. See that there is a Spanish word mixed with English, which became Spanglish. Meanwhile, Puerto Ricans' working conditions in the USA were really hard, as described in the story and in the words of Mrs. Harma, the teacher of English, who said that her students made it to class after working all day at those miserable, dreary, uninteresting, and often revolting jobs. So the least she could do was to serve them, making every lesson count toward improving their condition. This is page 51, is a quotation. Going on with the job topic in page 64, immigrants said, "But you gotta remember, it's like Mrs. Habma said, this is America, right? So everybody got a chance to clean toilets. Equality, didn't she say that?" Page 64. In this way, the writer Nicolas Amor claims for equality for Puerto Ricans and also for some other minorities. For example, when she writes about a Polish man and his wife who had to leave their country due to the Nazis' persecution of Jewish people, page 59. Nicolas Amor also proposes respect for diversity when she talks about one of the characters, William Horacio Colon, referred to as a dwarf. It caught my attention because she also deals with this topic in another short story, The Old Lady, whose recovered son is a dwarf. Another issue in the story takes place when the teacher of English exercises her power and superiority towards the students in an educated manner, but emphasizing the alleged differences. She calls out her students to do their part at random because she enjoyed catching the uncertain looks on the faces of her students. A feeling of control gave her a pleasing thrill. All in all, the author appears to support the English class for Puerto Ricans and the other immigrants to have a promised future. Thank you for listening.